Motovlog number, I don't really know, I'll just overlay it. Today is awesome. All right, what are we talking about? You must forgive yourself. You gotta forgive yourself. Let's go somewhere with this. 4 pillars: health, wealth, love, and happiness. We're in love. Love is arguably the most important one because it's the foundation of what everything's built off of. Your health is built off of loving yourself. Your wealth is built on loving your time and loving the experience that you get to live in your humanity, finding a way to escape serfdom. Self-love is the start of love. Before you can love anybody else, you have to love yourself. You have to be fully right with yourself. That starts with forgiving yourself, doing the inner work, the shadow work, and the childhood trauma healing. Now, in order to do that, first, self-love's first step is forgiving yourself, man. You've got to forgive yourself for everything. It's hard, right? To be like Jesus and forgive inherently for everything, fully. It's actually easy. It's actually easier for us to do it to others than it is to ourselves. I don't know why. Maybe this isn't true for you. This is true for me. Internally, my internal dialogue, I'm so optimistic and loving and nice to everybody. Then to myself, I'm cruel. I hold myself to a standard that is literally unachievable, so high. I'm not very nice to myself. I need to be better at that. I recognize I need to be better at that. You need to give yourself grace. It's okay. It's not really okay. It happened. You can't go back into the past. You've been the villain in some people's stories. Forgive yourself. You have been a poor significant other. Forgive yourself. You've been a bad son, a bad brother, a bad friend. Forgive yourself. You've treated yourself poorly. You've tried for years and years and years to achieve this thing. You've fallen short. You've not lived up to the standard. You haven't followed your word fully and authentically. You've tried. You've really tried. You've continued to fall short of everything. Forgive yourself. It's okay, because you can't change the past. You can start now and change the future. The first step of self-love is forgiving yourself for all your shortcomings and all your pitfalls and all your mistakes and all your wrongs, because holding on to it it's like holding a brick while you're swimming through the ocean. Let go of it. You'll be able to swim better. It'll be easier. That's the start of self-love. Forgive yourself. I know it's hard. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Also, another big important thing about forgiving yourself, it will rear its ugly head again after you forgive yourself. It's a trauma. Like when you have a wound, you have a scab and you pick it off, it's gonna bleed and then it'll scab up again. It's gonna keep coming back until it's fully healed. After you forgive yourself, you'll be in a low moment, a low vibrational state one day, thinking about things. All of a sudden it's gonna rear its ugly head again. You're gonna be like, what the heck? I thought I dealt with this fully. It's back. You have to forgive yourself again. Keep forgiving yourself. Now from that state, you can affect change in all other pillars. When I was obese, health, wealth, love, and happiness. Let's touch the health pillar, the first one. When I was obese, at first my journey was fueled by hate. My journey was fueled by hate at first, hating myself into change. I hated what I had become. But at a certain point, the hate didn't work anymore. It had to change to loving myself. I love that I get to take care of my temple. At first, when I got in the gym and I was obese, I was angry, very angry. I'm listening to David Goggins' motivation. I hated myself into submission because I hated how normal and average and stupid and fat and ugly I had become. I fixed it. Then, when I started getting to average and above average, I was like, the hate motivation doesn't really work anymore. It doesn't fuel me the same. So I really just love the opportunity that I get to do this. I get to work on being the best version of myself. I get to build my temple. The wealth pillar, health, wealth, love, and happiness. Wealth, dude, when you start escaping financial serfdom, you start depegging your acquisition of monetary value from time, your life gets a lot harder. It really does, because now you're not just working on the punch clock and all your time outside of your job is free time to do whatever you want. Now you have a set directive that you have to invest your time in. Now your life has become progressively more difficult, incrementally more challenging. How are you going to deal with that? You have to love the journey. Love it. Because it's so easy to fall into, this sucks, this is so hard, it's never gonna work, how long am I gonna have to be in this trial and tribulation period? I'm doing all this hard work, it's not really paying dividends, there's no real net benefit to my life for this. I'm spending all my time on having to sacrifice friends and time with family and all sorts of extracurricular stuff that I'd like to be doing in order to build this dream, this idea. Is this even worth it? Is it even gonna work? Blah, 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 blah. You're falling down a slippery slope. You're stating low vibrational ideas and thoughts and patterns of belief which affect your level of action. You're never going to get there. Love, cherish the opportunity to even become better in the wealth pillar. I am so happy, grateful, and blessed that I get the opportunity to become more valuable in the marketplace. Not everybody gets to escape the matrix. Not everybody gets the opportunity to pursue your dreams. It's a weird thing because everybody has dreams, visions, and ambitions of what their ideal future would be, what they want to be. Well, if everybody has them, why doesn't everybody live their dreams? Most people don't. The majority of people do not. There's a reason for that. It's because perhaps at a younger age they came to realize it was a lot harder to actualize into their reality than they initially projected. And then they give up. Then they become dream stealers, maybe subconsciously. This might not be a conscious action. Your friends and family, when you tell them about your dreams, visions, and ambitions and what you're doing, you should probably just think normal, be more realistic, get a regular job. That's dangerous. They're sort of like talking you out of your dreams and visions. That's not coming from a hate place. That's not hate. They're trying to protect you because they, perhaps in another time, tried to build their dreams and visions and failed. They don't want to see you, quote unquote, fail or get hurt. You have to come from a place of love, self-love. Now we're in the love pillar. Love. After you've locked self-love in, you're dialing in the health and wealth. When you are truly living authentically and you're loving your whole self for who you are, you've forgiven yourself for the pitfalls that you've had in the past. You have to forgive yourself for the pitfalls you have in the present too, because you're not just going to be fully 100% righteous all of a sudden, never make a mistake again. You're not Jesus. Keep being in full self-love and full submission to the Lord. Then you will get your significant other, your counterpart, your divine counterpart. Because you can't cherish and take care of your divine counterpart until you are successfully holding the blessings God's already preordained for your life. You're not going to get your divine counterpart until you're well endowed in your divine path, the divine orchestration for how your life's supposed to turn out. I promise you, it's the fact. Now the last pillar, happiness, which I actually like to sub for fulfillment. I've talked about that in a different video. I suppose I should include it here. Happiness can lead, not necessarily always leads to, but happiness can lead to hedonistic behavior, like relax. Fulfillment doesn't lead to hedonistic behavior because fulfillment is, what would I love to do with my life? What could I do to build a life that I love? This is my boy behind me. What could I do that would lead to a life that I love? Let me do those things. That doesn't lead to hedonistic behaviors. Almost never. Forgive yourself, man. It's very important for the actualization of your higher self. From that place, you'll be able to make profound change in your life. I assure you. That's that Busa we saw the other day. The Grom we saw right up there, that is the front desk guy. His name's Mike. And actually, I talked to him yesterday. He bought that bike. It's his first bike because he was inspired to get into motorcycles from talking to me, which I think is so sick. I inspired him to get into riding. So crazy to me, dude. Forgive yourself. Have a wonderful day. I'm gonna go get a lift.